Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome DARPA neurotechnologist Justin Sanchez.
Our understanding of the brain is very different than it was in the formative days of neuroscience. Early on, clinicians and neuroscientists learned about the brain one stroke at a time. They could only discover the relationship between brain structure and function after large portions of brain tissue became diseased. Today, through electrical and optical interfaces to the brain, we are able to discover and learn about the structural, electrical, and chemical components of neural activity that emerges millisecond to millisecond and throughout all of a lifetime. That allows us to interpret and direct the activity of microscopic individual neurons, as well as large-scale neural networks spanning centimeters of brain tissue. DARPA-sponsored research is enabling us to measure the activity of many different brain signals that span many different systems of the brain. And we do this to establish new theories for how neural activity gives rise to specific behaviors. The once mysterious neural code is now becoming elucidated with precise computational models that can shed light on historically black box functions such as movement, sensation, memory, and cognition. Today, I'd like to take you on a journey and show you what we're learning in two of those spaces: the brain's role in the generation of movement and sensation, as demonstrated by some of the very first people to ever be fitted with a direct brain interface. This is Nathan and Jan. They're both living with paralysis, and they volunteered to be some of the very first pioneers for the technologies that we're developing. And through a DARPA-sponsored program, they volunteered to have a brain surgery to place tiny micro-electrode arrays into the cortex of their brain. And with that direct brain interface, Jan did something truly amazing. With her brain's motor cortex, she controlled the world's most advanced prosthetic arm, using only her neural activity. And she did so with near natural control and remarkable dexterity.
I can move it up and straight down and left and right and diagonally. I can close it and open it, and I can go forward and back.
That is just the most astounding thing I've ever seen. Can we shake hands?
Sure.
No, really?
Yeah.
Like, come right over here?
Yes, you come over there.
Okay.
Let me grasp your hand there. There we go.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
And I can do a fist bump if you'd like.
That's amazing.
And it is amazing, right? At a meeting that we're thinking about what's possible, it's amazing to think that this is possible. And it was all enabled by transmitting the signals directly out of her brain, processing those signals in real time by a computer, and sending the control commands directly to the robotic limb. So now, once we realized the capability of moving machines with brain activity, we took the next step, and we asked the question, can we run the experiment in reverse and do for sensation what we did for the motor system? So using advanced technologies that translate the forces that are applied to the fingertips of the robotic hand into electrical signals that could be used to directly stimulate the sensory neurons in the brain, Nathan was able to sense and feel what the robotic hand was touching using only his brain.
Index, pinky, middle, index and middle.
I've seen this video 100 times, and it still makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up. It's amazing we can do this today. So through neurotechnologies, we're opening up entirely new worlds of experience and independence for people like Jan and Nathan, and hopefully, eventually, millions of others. When we think about all of the other functions of the brain, cognition and learning and memory and the potential that neurotechnologies holds for them and all of the future work that needs to be done in those spaces to make neurotechnologies a reality, it's so exciting. So there's just one final question really to ask here today. It's how might a direct neural interface affect your life? I would say the possibilities are endless. Thank you.